I want to thank you all who have come this afternoon. We're here in San Francisco at the Korean Consulate to show our solidarity with two Korean journalists, Kim Oujoon and Choo Chinwoo, and the San Francisco Labor Council, representing over 100,000 workers, has passed a resolution and calling for their acquittal and against repression of journalists in South Korea. And this is an important issue of free speech and the right of information. And joining us is Roger Scott, who's one of the initiators of the resolution. He's past president of AFT 2121, the community college in San Francisco, and also a professor at San Francisco City College and with AFT 2121. And he's going to read a letter.
I'm here representing the San Francisco Labor Council and my own union, the American Federation of Teachers Local 2121. I'm a delegate to the Labor Council from that teachers union. We're going to deliver a copy of the resolution that was passed last Monday night, January 12th, and a letter to Mr. Dongman Han, Consul General of the Korean Consulate here in San Francisco. Dear Sir, I'm enclosing the San Francisco Labor Council resolution that the delegates passed on January 12, 2015 in support of investigative journalists Kim Oujoon and Choo Chinwoo. The labor leaders, activists, and rank-and-file members who support freedom of the press and these two journalists welcome the decision, at least we thought it was a decision, not to prosecute them further, although I just learned that the government still has that option. We urge the Korean government to respect the letter and spirit of freedom of expression and the right of journalists to fulfill their responsibility to keep the people informed, since a truly free press is fundamental to having a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, which we're sure the Korean people want. We also urge the Korean government to respect the civil and labor rights of the Korean workers and the union that represent those workers. Sincerely, Roger Scott.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was very happy to hear that Choo Chinwoo and Kim Oujoon were found not guilty. And from this case, I wish we could freely speak out and then talk to improve the administration and work with the administration for change in the future.
Hi, my name is Helen Song. I'm here to express my concern over media censorship that is currently going on in Korea. There are two journalists, as everybody mentioned here, Kim Oujoon and Choo Chinwoo, who are on trial for doing their job. The appeal was yesterday, and thank God they were found not guilty. However, this is not the end. In Korean judicial system, the prosecutors can appeal and take this case to the higher court. I ask everyone for your continued support and interest in cases like this that involves journalists. Journalists should be able to do their job of reporting and raising questions without fear. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
Hi, my name is Misuk Nam, and I am a Korean American. I'm a member of United Teachers of Richmond in Contra Costa County. I'm extremely disappointed in current of South Korean regime's repression of freedom of press. I strongly urge South Korean government to drop all charges and apologize to the journalists Kim Oujoon and Choo Chinwoo.
As a member of Veterans for Peace, our organization, both locally and nationally, has always stood for civil rights, free speech, and freedom of the press. This is a very important issue because issues like war and peace, the economy, social justice, human rights, all hinge on freedom of the press, freedom of the media, freedom of speech. This is a very central question to whether or not South Korea will be a democracy or not a democracy. So we urge the South Korean government to free these journalists and lift the oppression of journalists throughout their country. Thank you.
I'm a member of the Journalists Union here in the Bay Area Media Workers Union of Communication Workers Union of America. And recently our members have been attacked, actually covering the protests in the Bay Area. In Oakland, our members were attacked by the police. And also journalists have been threatened with jail in prison in the United States. So this is not unique to Korea as far as repression of journalists. And one of the things that is very important is deregulation and privatization of the economy has had a severe effect on health and safety, including the Sewol incident in Korea, where there was a disaster, many children died. And one of the reasons for that is a lack of health and safety protection. And the workers there were not union, they were afraid to speak out, they overloaded the ship, there wasn't proper regulation. We need journalists, we need investigative reporters to get these stories out so the public is aware of why these things are happening. It's very important to be educated, and that's why protection of journalist rights is not just for the journalists themselves, but for the right of the public to know what the problems are and what the issues are. So if there are no other speakers, what we're going to do is Roger's going to go into and try to deliver this letter that we have. And we understand that even though there's been an acquittal, this is the second acquittal, the government may still appeal this, in which case that we continue to, we're going to continue this campaign to make sure that they're fully acquitted and their harassment stops. And lastly, I want to say there's also a journalist at Sewol who was covering the disaster, the ferry disaster, and she was jailed for over a month and a half. And when somebody tries to cover a disaster like Sewol, to be jailed for that is actually criminal in itself. Why should somebody be jailed for trying to investigate a terrible accident that happened to the people of Korea, the children and the families? It's unconscionable, and it has to stop. So we're going to continue to get our voices out and let people know that this is an issue for all people, not just in Korea, but in the United States and around the world. So.
I lost it.
한국말로? 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 이윤숙입니다. 저는 오늘 김어준, 주진우 기자의 무죄 판결 2심을 받았지만 앞으로의 항우가 걱정이 돼서 왔습니다. 언론 통제, 너무 억압되어 있는 한국 사회에 대해서 정치권과 지식인들이 좀 더 깨우치기를 바라면서 주진우 기자와 김어준 기자가 더 이상 피해를 입지 않고 자유로운 언론 활동을 할 수 있도록 힘을 합하기 위해서 여기 나왔고, 또 세월호에 관한 정확한 정보 전달이 안 되어가지고 언론 통제가 더 심한 것 같아서 한 아이의 엄마로서 이것을 시정하고 싶어서 왔습니다. 노동자의 투쟁은 이명박 정권과 박근혜 정권에 정부가 들어와서 점점 더 후퇴를 했기 때문에 정규직보다는 비정규직을 활성화하여 기업의 이윤만 더 극대화시키고 실제적인 노동자들의 권위는 더 추락되었습니다. 이것은 한국 사회의 노동 인권이 10년 이상 후퇴된 것으로 저는 보고 있습니다. 그래서 이 노동자에 처한 우리 시민들도 좀 더 이 문제에 대해서 좀 더 관심을 가지고 침묵만 하지 마시고 행동으로 이어가기를 바라겠습니다.
福島で第一原発事故が起きてから4年目になります。しかし
Since the Fukushima Daiichi power plant, it's been almost 4 years past.
でも何も事故は収束していません。毎日高い放射能が流れています。
Nothing is resolved, and people they are still getting high radiation.
しかし、支配者たち、あるいは自分の報道機関がやっていることは、やっぱり嘘と隠蔽と欺瞞です。
However, the government and also the media, what they are doing is the lies and deception about that for people.
そこで福島がもう原発事故がなかったようにされて、そして子どもたちの甲状腺、小児がん甲状腺の問題も、原発事故のせいではないという全く嘘のキャンペーンが進められております。
So it's like a false campaign going on by the government saying that looks like nothing ever happened. However, the children, the thyroid cancer rate is increasing.
でまた再稼働を始めようとしています。とんでもないことです。
They also try to reactivate nuclear power plants in other areas.
で現在の安倍政権はまたその上戦争へと向かっています。
The Abe government is now pushing toward war.
私が言いたいことは、例えば今日のこの皆さんが抗議している問題と福島の原発事故の問題で、それをなかったことにする政府の在り方、国の在り方、その根っこは同じだということです。
What I'm trying to say is in the base, what's happening in Fukushima and what's happening in Korea are the same issue.
そういう世の中を変えなければいけないと思っています。99% の人たちが真実のことを叫び続けなければ、この世の中は自由が守れません。
We have to change this society and to protect the 99%. If we cannot tell the truth, we cannot change this, society.
真実こそが力です。真実こそがみんなの心を解放してくれます。みんな国際的につながって頑張ってまいりましょう。
Truth is the power, so let's unite internationally.
Okay. Here, you want the camera? Okay.